Trent Alexander-Arnold has been facing the media today for the first time as a Real Madrid player. The England defender said he can't wait to get started following his move from Liverpool and insists the expectations are to win the Club World Cup. He could make his Real debut against Al Hilal next week in their opening match of the tournament. Well, let's get more. Vinny O'Connor was at that news conference, joins us live now from Madrid. Vinny, how impressed were you with Trent, with the world's media there today?
Yeah, it was, Joe. I thought he handled it really well. He looked pretty calm when he came into this media room a short while ago and conducted that news conference, and he gave the impression of someone very excited to be a Real Madrid player. Of course, he said that he'd waited a long time for this moment. What he actually meant was that it's been 2 weeks that it's been in the waiting for him to be presented here at Real Madrid's training centre, and therefore he was just really chomping at the bit to get going. He's still to meet his teammates, or the majority of his teammates. He'll get that opportunity tomorrow as well when he trains under Xabi Alonso, and he spoke about Xabi Alonso, what a privilege it will be to work under him, because of course as a Liverpool fan back in 2005, Trent Alexander-Arnold knows about what happened in Istanbul. Xabi Alonso very much a big part of that, and Trent Alexander-Arnold spoke about the fact that his game has been so influenced by Xabi Alonso, watching him as a youngster, watching his range of passing, and something in essence I suppose that Trent has been able to model in his game when you look at his range of passing. And we saw highlights of that as well in an introductory video, because before he came into this media room, of course, he was introduced by Florentino Perez, the Real Madrid president. That was in front of his partner Estelle, his parents, his brothers as well, and the gathered dignitaries. And then it was up to Trent Alexander-Arnold himself to give a speech, his first speech as a Real Madrid player, which he conducted in fluent Spanish.
Fichar por un club como Real Madrid no sucede todos los días.
This doesn't happen every day.
Sueño hecho realidad.
It's a dream come true.
Estoy muy feliz y orgulloso de estar
I'm
aquí.
very happy and proud to be here.
Tengo muchas ganas de enseñarle mi juego a los madridistas.
Hi Trent, Vinny from Sky Sports. Well done on the Spanish, by the way. How long have you been learning?
A few months.
We see your emotions on the final day of the season with Liverpool. How do you contrast them with the emotions that you're going through today? And also, as you've spoken about wanting to win the Ballon d'Or in the past, how much was that a motivating factor in your decision to come here? And is that the ultimate ambition for you, or is it all about La Liga and winning Champions League as well?
Look, I think no, I don't think it influenced my decision to come here at all, to be honest. I think, you know, you joining a club like this with the teammates that I've now joined, it's going to be quite hard to win a Ballon d'Or with the amount of superstars we've got in this team. But no, it's exciting. It is the kind of players I want to play with. I've admired them, I've played against them, and how good they are. To be a part of the team and to be playing with them rather than against them will be good.
And Vinny, Trent did speak in more detail about how tough it was to leave Anfield. Just tell us a bit more about that and what he had to say.
Yes, I don't think that's too much of a surprise for someone who's been associated with the club for 20 years. Remember, he joined the academy as a 6-year-old. We actually saw in that highlights video of his career to date some of his performances for the academy as well, and just how he's grown as a player, his ability, not just defensively, but in front of goal, and his range of passing that I mentioned as well. And we saw, of course, his emotion on that final day of the season at Anfield, and the tears that started running in front of the Kop as well. And I say, given that association, you can understand why it was difficult for Trent Alexander-Arnold to leave, particularly as he put it today that he achieved everything that he wanted to. And you look at it, a European Cup, 2 Premier League titles, an FA Cup, 2 League Cups, of course, a Club World Cup, and a European Super Cup on top of that as well. But he certainly gave the impression today of someone who's happy with the decision that he's made, because he felt that the time was right to make this move.
I think I've probably known it for a long time, is that if I was to ever leave Liverpool, it would only be to go to Real Madrid. That would be the only club for me. And then, you know, it gets to a point where you've got to make a decision whether to go or to stay. And, you know, making that decision, you know, it wasn't an easy decision. I'm not going to say it was easy, because I've been there so long, been a part of it. But eventually, you know, you have to make a decision, and in my mind I've made the right one, and it's one that I'm very excited about.
What he also said was that he was very appreciative of the send-off that he received from Liverpool. He actually spoke to the owners and they said that he's welcome back at Liverpool at any time. And you will have noticed today that he will take the number 12 shirt here at Real Madrid and he will have Trent on the back. He explained that. He seemed to feel that people in Europe get a bit confused by the Alexander Arnold name, so it's a lot more simple if he is just referred to as Trent. And now as his Real Madrid career gets underway, he's gearing up for that Club World Cup, which he believes and feels that Madrid can go on a win. Certainly that's the ambition, at least, from this squad.
Yeah, breaking news for you now. And it's official confirmation from Manchester United that Sebastian Cunha's transfer from Wolves has now been ratified. They previously announced the deal was done subject to what they called a regulatory process. But they've now confirmed that Cunha has signed a deal until 2030 with the option of a further year. We also have the first quotes from him as a United player. He said this: "It's hard to put into words my feelings about becoming a Manchester United player. Ever since I was a child in Brazil watching Premier League games on TV at my grandmother's house, United was my favourite English team and I dreamed of wearing the red shirt. I want to thank my family and everyone who has helped me make that dream a reality. I can't wait for the start of pre-season to get to know my teammates and prepare for the season ahead." He goes on to say, "All my focus is now on working hard to become a valuable part of the team and helping get this club back to the top." So that's Sebastian Cunha. It's all been ratified now and is a Manchester United player until 2030.
Arsenal faces key striker dilemma: Victor Gyökeres or Benjamin Sesko. With the summer transfer window fast approaching, Arsenal is zeroing in on one clear priority: signing a top-tier striker. According to Football.London, it's the main focus at the club, even with other areas like midfield also being addressed, where talks with Martin Zubimendi are already at an advanced stage. At first glance, the decision might have seemed straightforward. Benjamin Sesko was heavily linked with Arsenal last summer before deciding to stay at RB Leipzig for another season. Many expected the Gunners to renew their interest in the Slovenian this year. However, the arrival of Andrea Berta as the club's new sporting director has reshaped the strategy. Head coach Mikel Arteta has acknowledged that Berta's influence will refine and perhaps even redirect the club's transfer plans, including the crucial striker role. Enter Victor Gyökeres. The Swedish striker has been in sensational form for Sporting CP, netting an astonishing 95 goals in 100 appearances across all competitions over the last 2 seasons. His numbers are hard to ignore, and they've quickly made him one of the most prolific centre-forwards in world football. But here's where the fan base finds itself split. While some supporters are drawn to Gyökeres' incredible stats and more proven record, others prefer the younger and more developmental profile of Benjamin Sesko. After 2 seasons in the Bundesliga, Sesko has scored 39 goals in 86 matches, a less flashy record, sure, but not without its context. Gyökeres plays in the Portuguese league, which, with all due respect, is less competitive than the Bundesliga. He's also leading the line for Sporting, a dominant force en route to back-to-back domestic titles. Sesko, on the other hand, plays for Leipzig, a team currently sitting mid-table in terms of chance creation, making his contributions arguably more impressive. And then there's the penalty factor. Of Sesko's 39 goals, just 4 have come from the spot. Gyökeres, meanwhile, has scored 21 penalties among his 78 league and European goals. While it's fair to say he likely earned some of those penalties himself, the difference in open play production suddenly feels less dramatic. Age is another key factor. Gyökeres turns 27 in June. Sesko? He'll only be 22 later this month. A 5-year age gap matters, especially if Gyökeres takes time to adapt or doesn't hit the ground running. Sesko offers far more long-term upside, not just in potential but also in future resale value. Gyökeres might be more of a now player, but with that comes risk, just like Sesko, albeit in a different form. In truth, neither option is risk-free. But that's where you come in. Who would you choose if you were making the call at Arsenal this summer? Cast your vote in the poll below, and if neither player is your ideal signing, let us know who you'd prefer in the comments. We want to hear your take. Arsenal striker dilemma: Victor Gyökeres versus Benjamin Sesko, the final verdict. As the summer transfer window approaches, Arsenal's pursuit of a new striker has become a focal point. After a season marked by missed opportunities and injuries, the club is eager to bolster its attacking options. While Benjamin Sesko was once a prime target, recent developments suggest that Victor Gyökeres is now at the forefront of Arsenal's plans. Victor Gyökeres, a proven goal scorer. Victor Gyökeres has been in scintillating form for Sporting CP, netting 95 goals in 99 appearances since his move from Coventry City in 2023. This season alone, he has scored 52 goals and provided 15 assists, including 7 hat-tricks, making him a strong contender for the European Golden Boot. Arsenal's new sporting director, Andrea Berta, is reportedly a long-time admirer of Gyökeres, and the club is prepared to meet his £85 million release clause. The Swedish international is said to be interested in a move to North London, with Arsenal offering a salary of £8.5 million annually. Benjamin Eko, the young prodigy. Benjamin Eko, the 21-year-old Slovenian striker at RB Leipzig, has also attracted interest from Premier League clubs, including Arsenal. Despite a strong season, scoring 16 goals and providing 5 assists in 32 appearances, Eko has recently signed a new contract with Leipzig, extending his stay until 2029. This decision has complicated Arsenal's pursuit, as Leipzig's €70 million release clause remains a significant hurdle. The verdict: Gyökeres over Eko. While Eko's potential is undeniable, Gyökeres' proven track record and immediate impact make him the more pragmatic choice for Arsenal. His experience in top-flight football and consistent goal-scoring ability align with the club's current needs. With Premier League rivals conceding defeat in the race for Gyökeres, Arsenal appears poised to secure his signature. Your opinion matters. Arsenal fans, the decision is in your hands. Who would you prefer leading the line next season? Cast your vote in our poll below and share your thoughts in the comments. Your voice can influence the future of the club.